Hi everyone, my name is Ijaz Hussain. I am recently awarded MVP. This is my first year in this program. So really happy to be here. I'm also developer and architect for a company called Dwania UK. And here are my social media's handler. Please get in touch if you have any question or talk about anything about M365 platform or Copilot or AI. So today we're looking into a SPFx base app, which is going to track user activity when they go and open up the documents. So where do I get this idea? So recently I was working for one of my clients, and they wanted to track who has opened this. They had like really important thing was going on, so they wanted to basically have some sort of things logged in or logged somewhere, like who has opened this and read these documents within that short period of time. And then what we come up with, okay, I said we can basically go and use the field customizer where we can use the SharePoint field customizer to solve this problem. So that's what we're going to look into today. So if I go to the next one, so it's a React-based SPFx application using field customizer to log the documents open event directly into application insights using field customizer. We also have part of this demo a SPFx web part, which will display real-time user activity data. So as the people are opening the document, reading it, the information is being logged in the app inside, and then on the other side, there's SPFx web part, which reading the data from the app inside. So you having a real-time kind of a matrix, what's going on, how many people have opened this one, who has opened this one. So that's probably for the more admin to access this. Then you can have present your data into more more in charting, more visualized for the audience. Now, if you look into the architecture of this solution, so if first of all user go into once our field customizer solution has been installed, the user will go and click on into the out-of-the-box document library. They click on a document. They don't see any difference whether they're clicking on a document with our custom field or they are out-of-the-box field. They won't realize what's going on. So the UI look exactly the same. We'll look into in demo in a minute. So they will simply go in there. They have access to document library or folder. They click on it, open the document. They review the important policies or whatever, and they don't know the information is being logged against the user. So they have opened the document from the document library. We capturing this information on every time user click on the document, their name, email, access list URL, etc. So we know basically who has access at what time and which list or document ID and URL, etc. And that information then is being logged under the app insight. You can also use reporting list as well, SharePoint list as well, but if it's a large number of users in your organization, I probably suggest to go towards the app inside side of the thing. Then we have another page, reporting page, which will only be accessible by admins. And this is where our reporting web part will be in there. So the admin don't need to go into app insight or etc. They just need to log into this page and see what's going on and what's the activity look like. And they can also, you can provide some filters and stuff based on the users for the logging purposes. Right, so that's how it is working. So if you go to the next one, before we go into the demo, just to remind, the field customizer configuration needed for this one is like the way I build demo, I used existing column because most time you already have the document library in place and you want to use the existing column. So for example, you have a column extended document name in the document library. You can rename to make it look like out of the box. Then second step is first step is you add your custom column. Second step is you hide the out of the box name column from the document library. And the third step is when user click on your custom column, information will get logged into the app insight. So so that's the thing we have to do from the list configuration point of view. And if you go to the next one, now one more step is uh, with a field customizer, you need to hook up your custom field customizer SPFx solution with the column itself. And how do you do that? So if I go, you take the ID of from the manifest.json and use this command set PNP field PowerShell command. It has a client side component ID. So run this command and use the column custom column name here, and this will map your custom field customizer to your existing column. So you have to run this command and make sure your the solution has been deployed and is ready to go in your tenant. Then you should have this solution working. So now let's look into the demo. What's that look like in practice? So move it across. So I have this column called extended document name. Now this is the out of the box name column. So I kept it here just so I can see what is the out of the box UI look like and what is my look like. So you can see if I hide this column, I rename my to call it name, the user wouldn't know whether this is the out of the box column or my field customizer. So they will have the same experience. So if I go and user simply go into that document library or folder where they have access to it, so they can click on this document. So they open as usual they do and open the all of the let's say Excels. So same experience they will get. And then what happening behind the scene? We are logging this information in App Insight. Now, let me show you what's going on in the App Insight. So let me just move this guy this side. So App Insight is this information is logged where I've just run this command for you. So give me the custom event where my custom event name is document accessed, and I won't give me the data from the last 30 days. So in here, I've got things like, because I filtered with the document access to the custom event name. So you can see here that this information is being logged. Let me run it again. And then you get this experience. So you expand this one and then you look for custom dimension. And this is where your custom event is being logged. Now, this information I'm passing from which document ID, document name, and who last access who this document has been last access. So this information is being logged against each document. Then you can see in here out of the box some visual. You can use some different pie chart or other charts types, so you can see visual as well. So that's exactly we are replicating in the SPFx web part. So user does not need to come here with admins to see this. And one thing noticed, because the App Insight is free, I think for the keep the data for 90 days. If you're looking for something data for the longer period, then you might consider your SQL or stream analysis services by Azure. So you can have that data for a longer period of time and hook up your Power BI as well if you need to. So yeah, for the out of the box App Insights, you will have data available for the 90 days. Now, once we got the data, now we can go back to our from the admin page where the admin will have access to document monitoring. So if I refresh this, now I can see this document. This all of the in last access I modified all the document which and who has accessing this. So accessed by me, ID list item, ID list URL. So depend on what kind of matrix you want to capture. This just for the example. So you can bring back whatever kind of results you want from the App Insight from there on, and then you can build some filters for the filtering results. And then if I go to the charts, you can build some some charts from the visualization purposes as well. So for the admins, they can clearly see, what's going on with there and who has access, who hasn't accessed the documents yet. So that's what it looks like from the UI. And then let's go into quickly jump into the code. What's that code look like? So there's if I start from here, so there's in the solution, there's two things. One is the extension, document reporting. One is a web part. So look into the extension first. What happening is we got the instrumentation key, which we need to get it from the app insight, and I'm initializing the app insight service. That's just nothing else. This just initializing, initialization of the app insight, and then in the bottom, in here we're capturing different metadata related to user who's logged in and the document ID, name, etc. So if I go to the document reporting component, you could see here, I'm just calling this event, calling application service.track event. This is the name of my custom event, and this is the payload I want to save into the app insight. So that's exactly what is happening here. And if I go then to webpart, webpart is, I have a couple of properties, which is instrumentation key I needed for my app insight, API key and API secret. While we can also access that, depends how you want to do that, because for the easiness of the demo, I've just used the API key and the secret, which you can create easily using this. If you go to under app insight, configure API access, click create API key, you will be able to create API key and the secret. So I use that. You can also use Azure AD as well. So so I'm passing this to my web pod, and then in the web pod, I'm accessing this data from the service. If I go show you the service, and then this is playing in the chart format. So if I go to the service, that is just this get log data, and this is the same query I passed to my I'm passing to the app inside, which I run in from the UI, and this is doing some mapping, and that's how I'm getting this result back. So yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any question, please feel free to get in touch.